Hmm. So my goal will be to do as many secondary quests as possible and talk with all the NPC of the city, especially the two new ones that I saved. But I had a quest to do first. I am very curious how many of those quests I missed just because the moment when the NPC are together and are saying secret stuff, and I don't notice that. I don't know if there is a lot of those things or not, because it's very hard to catch the right moment when they have a specific interaction and realize that you have to listen to them as well. For example, just like the people in the dock, the barman and his wife, no, his waitress, they are sometimes leaving the bar to talk, and I wonder if it can lead to something. I will try that later.
Get your weapons ready! We found one!
It's locked, all right. In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
I don't remember why he wants to die. It's interesting because saving the people that wants to die, yes, either it really saves them and they can become happy later, or either it really condemns them and they keep living an existence of suffering, so helping or not helping really depends.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Maybe let's ask him again why he wants to die.
Sweet girl.
I'm
Reads me
alright.
like a book.
Don't waste your time with me.
Never could keep anything from her.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
The world is bleak, but maybe the pain we feel is the best compass for making it a better place.
How can we repair the world, Dr. Reed, when mankind is the biggest problem? Yes, the world will be a much better place when we're gone.
I have to go now.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor.
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for committing suicide. Tell me more about what you know.
As you say, Mortimer had no reason to die. All he said to me was that he wanted to make the world a better place, but couldn't.
What do you think he meant by making the world a better place?
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul. He wouldn't talk to anyone for months after his father passed. It's like he carries everyone's sadness with him.
Why did your son feel so useless when facing the world?
I think it was more that he could only see the melancholy facets of life. He couldn't help but dwell on such things.
You realize your son could try to kill himself again. He might succeed next time.
I think about it every minute. But I won't stop fighting for my son's future. That's how much I love him.
Your empathy is remarkable, but I fear that your son's decision to end his life has already been made.
How dare you talk to a mother like that? Talk to me like that?
I'm only trying to be honest, Mrs. Goswick. As painful as this fatal end may be for you, you have to accept this is a possibility.
No, I'll never accept it. If my son was to die under your care, well, you have no idea what I'm capable of, Dr. Reed.
I have read your son's suicide note. It was not an impulsive gesture, nor was it his first attempt.
He threatened to kill himself a few times before. But I never thought he would dare to punish me this much.
Punish you? Why?
I've known for a long time he was not happy with his life. But I always hoped he cared enough to avoid making me suffer like this.
Goodbye, Mrs.
My sweet
I'm
girl.
all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Never could keep anything from her.
Anyway, giving the note to the mother will not change anything, probably
Good
because
Settle down, my boy.
it will not stop him from trying to kill himself, but at the same time,
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
she might find
But
solutions to
insanity
help
always
him
is
to
in
calm
different
down.
ways.
As for
But
me,
I already
blundering idiot.
told her what she needs to know, and she doesn't seem to give a fuck.
My sweet girl. Treats me like I
So I will just respect his choice.
keep anything from her.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
I have retrieved your letter, Mr. Goswick. I can assure you that nobody read it but me.
Thank you. This is for you, then. For your help. And for your silence.
I think you should talk to your mother. It would be good for both of you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I'll think about it. Now please, let me be.
I have to go now, sir.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Let's bring him the first one, maybe the third one, maybe he will have a clue for where is the last one. And also I will buy them ingredients to improve my stuff.
But this one's mine! See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Back!
This is no place for you, sir.
This is my territory!
What? What? Okay, I thought he was dead. I'm not in the good place.
Good evening, Mr.
Is it you? Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a... What can I do for you, Doctor?
I found another page of the diary, Mr. Swanborough.
This diary is still not complete. The man who wrote it claims he is a member of some scholarly brotherhood called the St. Paul's Stole.
Really? I've heard of them. Very capable scientists. Perhaps the man who wrote this really found a cure.
I would need more pages to figure it out, but it's as promising as it is intriguing.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
I hear them hissing and scratching at my door every night. The sick made mad by the fever. But these walls are thick, and my lock is solid.
Goodbye.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool. What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Oh, what the fuck? The stuff I have to do.
Put an end to you! You feeble!
I'm cheap and I'm
You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this...
You know. Right then.
mystery seems to get
Goody.
I'd like to...
What the fuck? I'm killed by a basic guy. I have a problem with his jumping animation is that whatever if he's in the air or not, as soon as he starts his animation I can do nothing. So it can literally grab me instantly in some way. Even if he's not really jumped already. So where did it die?
Stay away, sir! Get them weapons ready! We found one! He's dead!
Maybe I will improve from blood damage to just physical damage for my sword, because I don't always need to be full of blood.
Step back, sir! Over there! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Better go home, sir. Back in the crate!
Not a safe place right now, sir.
Supposed to find a restaurant, but I don't think I will find it here. We don't know, in some parks there are sometimes little places to eat. Fuck! It's strange because it seems like that with higher levels they are stronger but also faster and they have new abilities. That is one had poison. So I don't really know how they evolve. But it's cool that they evolve.
I have this thirst for blood. It's locked. This is
Where is this fucking restaurant? Also, what place I have to press A to show it is a restaurant. The menu may be just like the previous one.
It ain't human! Kill it! Stab me, leech! Mind his teeth! Filthy piece of shit!
Bizarre.
There's safer places to be than here. Last warning! A leech! Die, beast! Want some of this? Die, leech! Want some of this?
What? Fuck you?
I cannot enter.
Oh, cool.
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
Will not be surprised it's human meat or things like that. It will perfectly fit.
It's locked.
A leech! A leech! It's a killer!
The weapons in that game, when you find them, they are extremely discreet in the environment. They are just as discreet as this box here. So I will not be surprised I missed a lot of them. it's as realistic as it is a bit counter-productive for the developer, because I spend time to make those weapons and we simply just don't see them. It's not that we don't find the room where they are, but even if we're in the room, we also don't see them.
More Braille. I should bring this to Mason Swanborough.
At least it is done. I was not sure I could achieve this quest because nothing tells us anything.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
I have found a restaurant that could satisfy you, Mr. Russell. The most intriguing and exotic restaurant in London.
Really? You have piqued my interest. Where is it?
It's a place where you eat in complete darkness and try to identify your meal without anything but your palate.
My, oh my, how interesting. It could even be fun to eat a little poisson et frites that way. Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. Please, have this for your research.
I may... Good evening.
I won't...
These are the documents you wanted me to look for. I think I've gathered all the available occult research about vampires.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. That'll help me separate the myths from the facts.
I'm not sure you can consider this material factual, but it's yours now. What do you intend to do with it?
First, I'm going to show them to Venus. It'll open her eyes and make her understand the importance of my mission.
You need some rest, Clarence.
What did I earn from this quest?
I'm hungry. Where shall I eat tonight?
Okay, it will be annoying to go there and come back again, but it will be the last time, I think. I think I did everything I had to.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
Maybe it's time to see if this
Mr.
evening...
How are
The way this sickness is spreading, I don't think there'll be enough new bloods to replace those tenants I'm losing from this bloody thing.
Good.
We even used to be neighbours.
For Christ's sake, I prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
You are blinded by your false faith. For there is no protection against malevolence and trickery. You are blinded by your cheap.
It's locked, all right.
Stupid newborn!
Good evening, Mr.
Is it... What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour? What can I...
Here is another page of the diary we were talking about.
Ah, now we're talking. Ingredients, dosages, dangers, and side effects. This is it.
Is the diary complete now?
No. The author tested his work in a hidden laboratory. We must find out where it was. Please, find me more pages, Doctor.
What?
Goodbye, Mr.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
Fuck, I still miss one.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
So, not sure I will find it. But since the main quest is far from being over, I think I still have a lot of places to explore. Okay, where is it now?
Monster!
Okay, yeah, yes, here I can go for some reason, or I didn't find.
You cannot win this! You Londoners are no match for me!
Please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina is still working nearby.
Strange, looks like I never was here before.
It's locked.
When science fails you.
Best be moving on.
What the fuck? Okay, I always mistake them from the basic zombies because their appearance are the same. Almost. full of life, he one-shot me. It's a bit annoying to one-shot people.
It's on to us!
I have this thirst for blood.
You London vampires are so weak!
I had almost forgotten I applied for a position at Pembroke. It was so long ago.
Ah, Pembroke, yes, okay. So, can literally be anywhere in Pembroke.
Christ and leech, boys! I'll send you to hell! Easy does it, boys! We can deal with this vermin.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale. How have you been since you returned home?
Dr. Reed. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you properly.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my abductor intended to do the same thing to me.
Do you need my medical...
I don't need your help, specifically. I can assure you there are many competent doctors around.
I have no doubt about it, but I'm offering you my help anyway.
All right then. But please leave me alone for now.
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No. It's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something useful.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You are lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
What do you intend to do?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Throgmorton, professional vampire hunter. I'll be his apprentice.
What can you tell me about this area?
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live. I won't remain here much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. He kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise, he used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Louise, what can you tell me about the vampire who captured you?
The little fucker claimed he'd fallen in love with me. That he wanted to spend eternity with me. Not a bad idea. At least that's the way it seemed at first.
Really? Did you consider accepting his proposal?
Well, immortality. Not a common wedding gift, is it? I think he just wanted to have his way with me. Can vampires even fuck, Doctor?
What? Well, I really can't answer that. Since they are creatures of blood, physically speaking, I suppose an erection is possible, but
Don't be embarrassed, Dr. Reed. I was just asking.
Why did your father feel guilty? He seemed so eager to welcome you back, as though he'd done something wrong.
Last time we saw each other, we had a terrible argument. I left the house and ended up in a pub. That's where the vampire met me. Dead drunk.
I see.
We argued a lot, me and Dad. But I always came home. I'm sure that's why he went to find me. He knew something bad had happened.
Your father never gave up on you. In the end, he risked everything to save the daughter he loved.
Yeah, that was my dad. Tough bastard, just like me. Even if I'd broken his leg, he would have gone looking for me.
What do you mean?
That last argument we had, it was more of a fight, actually. He slapped me and I kicked him hard in the balls.
Louise, tell me what you really think about your father's sacrifice to save you.
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic, not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing my father taught me.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale.
These leaflets were telling the truth all along. But nobody takes them seriously.
Women die too in this war.
Good evening.
And good evening.
Good.
She's been.
It's always been your house, Dad.
I also saved someone else. Where is he? Oh, no, it's not.
We meet again, Mr. Kimura, in a more peaceful situation.
Dr. Reed, still visiting London by night?
We must both be nocturnal animals, you and I. After your captivity, I thought you'd be more cautious.
Breathing the cold night air helps calm my mind, sir. I've had the most frightening nightmares since I escaped that filthy jail.
Do you need medical assistance, sir?
You've already helped me enough, Dr. Reed.
How is the situation in the West End?
I've heard rumors about armed men patrolling and fighting infected citizens in these very streets. I was lucky they didn't shoot me when I was abducted.
May I ask you what you do for a living, Mr. Kimura?
I was a landlord. A wealthy one. And not a very kind one, I realized recently.
Why this sudden epiphany? Is it because of your near-death experience?
I was already feeling nostalgic about Weymouth, my hometown. With recent events, I'm thinking about going back there.
What can you tell me about your abduction?
If you really want to know, I was locked in that building for 3 or 4 days. My jailer was insane, mumbling about sacrifice and voices.
And why didn't he sacrifice you?
That was the weirdest part. He claimed to spill blood was not enough. It had to be done when some stars were aligned.
Which stars?
That's the whole point. He wanted me to talk to him about some Red Queen configuration or constellation. I've never heard of such an astronomical term.
What did he say about voices?
He constantly whined about the voice of his master, ordering him to do terrible things. He wanted to silence the voice by offering blood. My blood.
Why are you so nostalgic for your hometown, Tadao?
I was focused so much on making money, I almost forgot that my relatives and friends are threatened by this epidemic.
Have you heard anything from your family?
I was not only a bad landlord, I was also a bad husband. I've not seen my wife and son for years. Busy, busy, busy.
At least now you're ready to go back and see them. But don't be surprised if your son bears a grudge, sir.
You make it sound like you suffered from an absent father yourself, Dr. Reed. Well, I'll keep your warning in mind.
Have you no friends at all?
Over the years, I'm afraid my greed turned me into my friend's adversary, while I became friends with my professional rivals.
Those you grew up with didn't share your views on money and success.
Would you believe I was once a member of poetry circles and an astronomy club? We were young, such joyful dreamers then, that I stopped laughing long ago.
What?
Have you no friends at all?
Over the years, I'm afraid my...
Those...
Would you
Can you change? And is it what you really want? If so, it must come from within, not without.
I've seen what an altruistic gesture can do. Nothing forced you to save me, Dr. Reed, but you did. I will follow your example in these matters from now on.
Believe me, Mr. Kimura, I've met a few good Samaritans, but I'm not like them. Not at all.
I don't intend to be a saint. I don't think I have the fiber anyway. All I want is to do something good and useful in this world for a change.
Tell me, Tadao, why was your abductor so interested in your passion for astronomy?
I dunno. We met a few times at the Royal Greenwich Observatory. He seemed to share my hobby. Then he invited me to his house and locked me in.
Yes, astronomy is a fascinating subject. When I was a child, my mother bought a small telescope for my sister and I. We spent many a pleasant evening stargazing.
Stars are not just dots in the sky, Doctor. They are the key to our understanding of the cosmos. They remind us how insignificant we are.
You're right. But children love magic and stories. I remember our mother told us constellations have the power to protect us.
Protection by the light of the stars. That's sweet. You remember the name of these constellations?
Cygnus. The constellation that was supposed to protect Mary.
Memory's a strange thing. I can recite without hesitation the names of the 88 constellations, yet I barely remember my own childhood.
Did he fake his interest in astronomy to get close to you?
No. In his madness, he spoke about a blood sacrifice to be made to his master when the stars aligned to a specific configuration.
Goodbye, Mr.
I almost forgot what it feels like to live an ordinary life.
Hmm. 800 health points. How many do I even have? Okay, looks good. However, I don't know if it's worth it. Because this one gives me as much and is easier to make. And I can do more. Oh, it can be anywhere. Don't tell me it's in the morgue. It's a very weird place. It really looks like it ever used to be able to stand there, but I still don't know why.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke. Good evening. Wise choice.
We are horrific liars.
The pain. It's here again. wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Maybe it's in the tent in the front. I don't think the father will dare to enter the hospital to hide something inside. It will be very weird. Maybe next day he will kill himself, he will be hanged here.
You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
You always knew the words to calm the children.
Seem peaceful and lost at the same time.
Good evening. Please show me.
Of course. Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then sadly depart.
I cannot enter.
Let's go at the front.
It's locked, all right. Good evening.
Evening.
Are you concerned?
Not really. Sick people, men in arms, fighting every night. I already faced all this during the war.
Do you need...
No thanks.
Good.
Hello. Good evening. Of course I am. I'll be stuck here for as long as Oswald refuses to go to hospital. And, unfortunately, it seems the violence is rising.
What kind of violence?
I believe people have armed themselves and started to attack those that show signs of contagion.
Good.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
It's locked.
Yes?
I shall return. It's locked. Southwark. My departure for France as a promising student. My return as a brilliant surgeon, about to be killed. Transformed.
It's very far away, I will do that next time.